All right, well, I guess I'll just freestyle it here. I don't have a script like last time. Adrian made the team a script. So what's new since we filmed it like a month and a half range, I think was the last time we updated. I want to talk about some of the good things that have come out of the store and some of the challenges that have come out of our store and our small space here. I'll try to film around our little shop here as well, since it's after hours and everyone's pretty much gone for the day. But some of the good parts of this shop after a little over 3 months of being open. We opened April the 11th, so good parts about our shop or some things, some takeaways, I think is the number one is the team. We started opening day with just myself, my wife Adrian, and then Holdy. So that was kind of the core to start for that opening first couple of weeks. And Holden has managed to really delve into the judging of the play Pokemon that we do in the store. He's really got autonomy around the store to do sets and displays, as well as doing trade-ins or cash offers on collections or singles, and brings a lot to our table with that. Justin, we added a few weeks after opening, but has proved himself time and time over again. I feel he has single-handedly created an entire community of Magic the Gathering players for our space. Man, we started without having any play in the store, and it's turned into, we average like 12 to 16 in the store. And we sometimes have to leave the store because we don't have the space to support that. And we're looking potentially to add one more to our team in the next couple of months as well, to really round out maybe more of our online presence. Holden covers some of the streaming duties here in the store, but as far as selling on our TCG player, our collector, eBay, etc., we've got one more spot in mind we really want to dedicate to that, and our fulfillment on TikTok and the website too. So that's one great thing about our location so far, is we've been really blessed, really lucky with the team. The next piece is, oh my gosh, the community. And not just people that come in here and want to browse the shelves and buy stuff only. That is awesome and very necessary and so appreciated. But the players that play the games, oh my gosh, it's like, it makes me want to cry thinking about it. The amount of kids and families and players and father sons and you know, families that have come in here and played the games together in our shop because we have this little space is really a dream come true. Oh my goodness. Pokemon play now, we've had up to 14 players in this tiny room with tables here. Magic the Gathering I talked about a little bit. We're averaging 2 nights of play for Pokemon, 2 nights of play for Magic, and most of the time it's pretty well packed in there. And then our pre-release events for those separate games, we have to usually go to our local fire department and play some of those pre-release events. So those are 2 of the really strong points of this store. Single-handedly, the players in this space have driven the store in a lot of ways. There will be off days where your collector or your average buyer comes in and they just want to browse, but the players will come in and make up that difference with a couple packs here and there, maybe a single for their deck, or you know, some pre-cons to kind of manipulate and build off of. It's been really special, man. I'm really grateful for that. And those are the 2 strong points, and it's obvious and it's corny, but it's really been the team here, the small team we have, and the special group of players that want to continue to show up and be so supportive of each other and play the games.
The good and the bad of being open for 3 months. Let's start with the good. So a lot of what I think has come in a good form is our community is growing. We have people coming from all sorts of places to show up. I mean, there's people coming 3 hours, 5 hours. Dude came from, what do you say, Texas the other day, and like that was awesome. Like meeting new people is just great, especially when it comes to like the nerdiness, because when you're out there in the world and you don't have people to talk to that are like with your hobby or with your environment, it kind of like, I don't want to say gets boring, but you sometimes get to a moment where you're just like nodding your head and you're just saying yes. Now, when it comes to people who are in the hobby and you can strike a conversation, time flies, and it's like 3 hours have gone by and you're like, I felt like it's been 20 minutes. You know, I mean, like I said, we've got people who come everywhere to see us anymore, and the word spreads fast. I mean, you've got people just traveling to us, even though we're a small town in a small shop, just to check out what we have because their friend has said so, or they've heard about it from a coworker, or even the coworkers are now playing games and they want to come play. And even with that, the community growing more than just people coming in and checking stuff out, our plays are getting bigger. And I'm really enjoying that. Like, the fact that, like, we are growing with more people coming in all the time to play is fantastic. I mean, we had, like, I think 13 or 15 people playing Pokemon the other day, and, like, I was ecstatic. I mean, we're finally getting to a point where, like, Pokemon is now seeing us as an actual good play store. You know, we're getting more names onto the roster when we actually report on Pokemon website. Sorry, I couldn't think. Kind of tongue-tied there. And, like, it's just one of those things that's fantastic. Even with Magic is growing. And Justin, he's building such a great community to a point where, like, people from different card games, like Pokemon people are going to Magic and playing, but they're still playing Pokemon, where Magic people are coming and playing Pokemon. It's a combination of communities colliding because it's all for the hobby, and it's all for just where we are now. And, you know, the town didn't really have something like that, so it's nice. So we've got people becoming friends, you know, and I keep making the joke is like Rolling Hills Collectibles, where friendships are made, and it's like that. It's not really just one thing that's drawing us here. Hey, I'm gonna go buy some cards. No, I'm gonna go hang out at Rolling Hills Collectibles. Not only am I gonna go hang out at Rolling Hills Collectibles, but maybe I'll see this guy there or that guy there, and maybe we can play a few games. I mean, even on like the most random nights, you have people showing up to play Magic, and I absolutely love that. Some of the other good stuff that's came is the fact that I've been doing my own stuff for a year now on my own channel, and I felt like I've learned, but not as much as what I feel I learned from people coming in. I mean, like, I'm learning not the game of Magic, but people are teaching me stuff about it. And even then, we have people coming in from just different places, and they're teaching us about different stuff involving TCG, or, you know, random stuff like 3D prints, you know, the Chinese product we have and stuff like that. And it's interesting because it's things I didn't know and I feel like I should know. So, like, not only am I able to teach people out there what I know, but I'm learning as well, and it's a process, which is great because I don't want to feel like that person who's just like, I know all this stuff and nobody's going to tell me otherwise. No, it's not like that. It's a community that grows and we learn from each other. And it's fantastic because, I mean, that's what it's about. We, you know, the channel we started, well, they started, you know, Mr. Shimmy himself brought people in, and they still are here to the same day. Like, I do a lot of the streaming, they still show up, you know, they've accepted me, and we're all learning from each other, and it's great. And even with the friendship thing, it's great because there's people here who now I didn't know did cards and did TCG, so they're all growing to become more than just people I knew out there in the wild, to people who I could go have lunch with if I wanted, or I could invite to my house and have a good cookout, or even have like dinner with. I mean, it's becoming more than just the card game and the hobby and selling or buying. We're becoming, like I said earlier, you know, friendships are made, and it's great because, like, even doing the card show, we went card show pinning, and it was me and a friend here who comes in all the time, Andy. He helped me out, and he taught me quite a few things there, and it was just fantastic doing that with him. It's like, where else am I going to find somebody who does the same stuff, you know, and enjoys the same hobbies and can communicate well, if it wasn't for a place like this? You know, in a small town where we have one red light, I would have never met people if I never started this. I think another good thing that has come from it is like the fact that we're being recognized as a good store. We're being recognized as a good Play Store. You know, our reviews are getting kind of good reviews. You have those people who don't want to review us well, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But then we have the people who do review us pretty well. We're actually getting allocations to where we can get the stuff we've been looking for, get the stuff that the people want. I mean, it's even one of those things like, it took us a long time to get some Loricana stuff, but we finally got it. And it's just great because we're being recognized and we're actually being put out there in the world as a store. Even if it's just a small store, it's still packing a punch. Small, but mighty. You know what I mean?
So it's been 3 months since we opened, and there have definitely been a lot of highs and lows. Immediately thinking, building the community is one of the highest. People have been enthusiastic, they've been coming out, and our numbers have only been growing. There's amazing, friendly people who've come out and really made this place what it is. Creating unique events like our pre-releases and trying to get those down pat. It has been a challenge, but a good one, and people have been enjoying it. The success we've had in obtaining reliable product through distributor contacts has been a blessing through and through. Being able to get the product we need that the people in the community want, it's been an absolute blessing. We've gotten closer and closer with our TCG partners, Wizards of the Coast and Pokemon. They've now started giving us free prizes to give away for our local regulars. And at 3 months, I feel like that's an amazing pace, and it helps the community. I mean, it's a big blessing. And that's one of the best things, is that slowly but surely we are increasing our allocations with our distributors. We're getting more product and more variations of product. We're asking the community what they would like, and we're able to provide that. And what we can't get right now, in a month or two, maybe we can. It's been an amazing growth, procurement-wise. It's been fantastic for that. There have never been more people getting into these hobbies, and we can see that with the growth we're experiencing and other local game stores are around Ohio. It has been explosive. Now, do I believe that's going to last forever? Who knows? You can only count on what's happening right now, but you can prepare. But we're just happy for this explosive interest in TCG. Most collector boxes from Magic the Gathering are outperforming the stock market. It's the rate at which people are just interested and passionate about these products. It makes this possible. And I think that is a blessing in itself. But first and foremost, we want to serve our local community, keeping it local and providing certain things to the people who come in every week is more important to us than selling a whole bunch of stuff online and making a killing that way. We would much rather prefer to just help those around, help those who actually physically come to the store, talk with us every day, our regulars. Those are the ones we think of first when we're handing out reservations for pre-release events. We want to give back to the community in that way. And all the stuff we get from Wizards or Pokemon, we can push that forward and kind of pay back. It's a great privilege. For the challenges we've faced in the first 3 months, there are a few, and that's to be expected. One of our biggest ones is space. There are a lot of people interested in playing Magic, Pokemon, D&D, a whole slew of games that we simply can't provide enough space for everyone who's interested. That's been one of the biggest challenges. It's a great problem to have, but it is something we are taking into account, along with, while we have had great success with our distributors so quickly, We could still always use more. There's always more demand. Like I said, there's so many new people getting into these hobbies that the supply chain of these games are one of the most limiting factors. And for us, that's not so big of a deal because we can only get so much. But if we continue to grow like we are, that is something we're going to have to be concerned about. Other than that, everyone who works here has a second job. This is a place we come to when we work out of passion. This is something we believe in and we want to succeed. And I'm sure everyone else, and myself included, one of the hardest things to do is work-life balance. Having two jobs is never easy. It's never the, I suppose, preferred outcome. But making sure you have time off to spend with your family, spend with your friends, or just do nothing. Just take some time to recharge. That is something that anybody who's worked second jobs, two jobs, has to worry about. And that's something that's kind of been a challenge for myself personally, is giving myself a break. I feel like I'm always going, always doing something. But in a way, working here doesn't feel like work, so I always use that as an excuse. Because I care about what we're doing, I believe in it, I'm passionate about it, I like the results I'm seeing from the community, the interest in it. It's one of the best excuses I can give myself to work harder, is that I believe in what we're doing here. But keeping myself from burning out is one of the biggest challenges. It's just not going too hard that I can't do it. But other than that, it's been amazing. I'm optimistic. I believe in the team. It's been amazing. The challenges that we will face in the future that I don't know about, or that we have discussed, well, they are things we're going to have to deal with eventually, or that we are actively dealing with, or we're going to have to deal with once we see them. I know that we can do it. I have faith in the team. I have faith in the community. I know we can do it. So while we have good and bad parts of this, the good has very much outweighed the bad. And it's been good. It's been good.
Some of the bad stuff that has come with the store, though, we will talk about is it's a tiny store. We don't have a lot of room, so when we get on a busy Friday afternoon when I've got 12 people in here, we're elbow to elbow, and that's great, we're busy. But then you have the people who are like, man, there's a lot of people in there. I should probably not be here right now. Maybe I'll come back later. And it sucks because that means it doesn't really suck, but it means we're growing and it's good. But at the time we have now, even being open for 3 months, we have to think about moving, and we have to think about expanding, and you don't want to see a customer walk out the door because there's no room in here, being held up by other people sitting here. So a lot of the bad things, one of the bad things I think is just room. Yes, we wanted to start small. We didn't expect this to grow as big as it did, which is fantastic that it is. It's just the room kind of sucks, you know what I mean? And it's one of those things we're learning. I think some of the other bad stuff that we have is just mainly back to the customers, because everybody expects a certain something, and it's one of those things when you tell them what they're not expecting, they're not going to be happy about it. And I get that. I've worked with food for 13 years now, and I understand that not everybody's gonna be happy, but it's one of those things that this is a whole different genre of other stuff. So if it's something I have to put out there, I have to make sure it sells, or I have to make sure that other people are going to want, and I tell you no, and you leave unhappy, it makes us look bad because it makes it look back to having the experience of other people reading your reviews and not being able to be in it.
I'll talk a little bit too about some of the hardships of this small space after a little over 3 months. Hardships, space. I mentioned in our first YouTube video we ever made, and I never thought I would say it after being opened for only the time we have been open, but we're out of space. It's a tiny shop. It's like 400 square feet, 450 square feet of shoppable space, in a small stock room and a small room for like streaming office, and then a playroom. That's it. It's tight. I thought it would take a year at least to max up this space, but we've gotten so tight in here that everything's pretty well close together, and everything is as vertical as we can go with these 8-foot ceilings. Like you can't see it maybe in the entire space here, but we are around this entire shop here. We're floor to ceiling with product, whether it's accessories or slabs or singles, whatever. We've gone to our max here as far as we can already. And same in our playroom. We can currently run 12 to 16 players in our shop, but we have to bring out another table to do that. The conference room over here seats 12, and it's tight. We've moved the tables around so it's a little better, but it is tight. And then we'll bring out a table out here for play nights if we have to. And if we really have to, we go over to the fire department and play, which has been a blessing to have that available. But space, man, everywhere I look, stockroom is overflowing. Whether it's packing materials, packages coming in, packages going out, and it's tight. We need more room, so we're gonna have to address that sooner than later. The other challenge, a couple more. One other challenge has been product, and I think if you ask any new LGS, any new collectible store, card shop, video game shop, product is always going to be number one. And this is a renaissance the last few years of, myself included, admittedly. I'm going to open a card shop and I'm going to do this, and there's thousands of them popping up everywhere, which means it gets more competitive with distribution. Your spend has got to be high, and it's got to be spread across multiple distributors. It's got to be spread against multiple categories. You may even have to buy into distributor bundles at times to get some of the more desirable product. If you want maybe a case of Scarlet and Violet Prismatic Evolutions poster cases, you may need to buy a few $100s of binders or Dragon Shield or whatever the case, and that's nothing new. This has been the case, but now it's more competitive in that space, so you have to do that. And then you have to also hope you get to it in time, because there's another store that'll just scoop it all up. So it's competitive, so it's important to go after multiple distributors if you can and sign up with them. It's really, really important to have organized play, more than anything, more than just applying for a distro and getting your first order in. Good for you, you got that accomplished. They may hook you up for your opening day, but you better sign up for organized play, and you better play those games, and you better log that you're playing those games, or that you won't get product support, you won't get prize support. So I'm very thankful. Again, I mentioned Justin. Magic had a few weeks head start above Pokemon in our shop, but Justin really did a great job firing through the app, logging play every night, signing up for every event that he can in the calendar, just driving that part of the business. So, and Pokemon soon to follow. But we talked about space. We need more space. We talked about product. We need more product. I know our store is full, but I told you it's 450 square feet on a good day. I mean, it's full in here, but I mean, you can pretty much stand at the doorway in here and see about what we have to offer. So those are the two biggest challenges we face. The other one, the third one I'll sprinkle in there, has just been getting the word out that we exist. We started online streaming TikTok and selling products online through live stream and our website. I mean, I get people in every day that come in and they're like, I didn't know you guys were here. I didn't know you existed. We're from 10 minutes away. We live a block away. And they just found out that we exist after 3.5 months. So we've got to do a better job at not just posting online, but word of mouth and going outside of our comfort zone, maybe going to trade shows here and there, advertising in the next town or city, just to let people know that we do exist. So we talked about the good and the bad. I guess with the bad, what is our solution to these problems? So we're 3.5 months deep into the space. I talked about that. What do we do with that? It's tight in here. When we get people in here shopping, there's not much room to look around and move and navigate and just sit and relax and talk. So we recognize a need for that. Be honest, I don't know if we'll include this in this video or not, but be honest, after 3 months in this space, I don't know that we can be here. I think that we have to look for more space already. I think we have to look for a space with enough room to get more than 3 or 4 tables in a building. I think we need 10 tables in a building. And I don't necessarily need more room to sell stuff. I think we have a good amount of product and we get good allocations monthly, but we need more space for people to come in and browse and shop and look around comfortably. Right now I'm behind our POS area, and if someone's standing on the opposite side, it's uncomfortable, but they have to ask like, hey, can I get a Lorcana pack? And it's awkward, you know, like I have to then reach and hand them the box and let them shop that or pick the pack out that they want. Some people won't care. They'll say, just grab me, 2 or 3 packs of Lorcana. That's great, but there are plenty of people that want to handle and physically touch and go through and pick what they want. And that's important. I want to give that to them. So we may have to shop around for another location, regrettably so, or thankfully so, however you want to look at it. With that will come, there will come bigger expenses, whether it's employee wages, rent, obviously, utilities will get bigger, right? So, and a bigger space, you probably need to fill it more, so inventory goes up. So that may be a solution to our problem. We'll have to see. Product sourcing problem, how can we source that? I think we just have to stay steady Eddie with that. I have already seen in our short run, we are so green, it's not even funny. So don't act like, or I'm not trying to come off as this wonderful professional that has it all figured out. We do not. We are the furthest from figuring it out. It is such an experiment and such a prayer every day to God of what we should do next. But product sourcing, I think we need to be steady Eddie. I think we have to, when we have to third party things, we third party, and that means, to have some variety once in a while, we'll have to order things at times at market just so we have it for support in our store for our players. If distribution calls for X amount of product and we'll for a bundle, then we'll buy that and we'll get the bundle. If it means we get, some booster boxes or ETBs at the wholesale piece. And it just means buying smart for the store. I don't want to ever sacrifice the store because I gotta have 10 cases of, pitch black on the shelves, right? I gotta get it now. If it's gonna hurt the store, I don't think it makes sense to do that. Same with our sports section. Sports singles don't do amazing in this shop, but sealed boxes tend to, and sometimes slabs or consignment, things like that. So we lean into that a little bit. And honestly, too, another product problem, a lot of times folks will come in and want to sell us their collections. And I think that, or I hope that we are generous with our offers. We try to do, and again, we're only 3.5 months into this thing, so we don't have it figured out. This may be so out of bounds and it may have to change, but we buy 70% cash on, on singles and slabs, things like that, and 80% trade-in for our store. Now, if it's a big ticket item, or if it's a big sealed collection or a really sought after collection, of course, we get closer to 100% on market. We may be 85, 90, 95% right at market. If it's a big collection, or if it's a big collector's piece, or an old school ETB or vintage or whatever it is. So through sourcing through our customers, buying online, and just steady Eddie with the distributors, that will over time, I believe in my heart, satisfy that product need. Right now, we try to be modest with our orders. I'm only now getting comfortable, unless it's Pokemon, Magic, certain sports boxes, Lorcana. Unless it's those items, I try to buy modestly. Just a couple boxes here to test the waters of a box of WNBA sealed hobby boxes. Let's just get a couple of those. Let's try it out. We don't know what that's going to do. Same with Star Wars Unlimited. We don't have a player base, but maybe we'll get one. Maybe it starts with offering some packs, so we'll get a couple boxes from distribution. Same with Riftbound or Digimon, whatever the case. Let's sample it. Let's try it. Let's see if there's a buzz or an interest in the store, and then we'll build on that. Steady Eddie. I don't think that this is a sprint. This is definitely a marathon where we have to crawl before we run. I've read and seen horror story after horror story of a store that's just like, go big right off the rip or go home. I know that sounds very backward when I'm talking about moving to a bigger space, but I guess you got to try. You've got to try in this life, and I don't want to take any half measures. I feel such an obligation to this area and the people that come in here and shop. Yes, I want to make money, and I think that we will. But I feel such a responsibility to this community and this area to provide the next step of, we already have people coming in to hang out all day. I want them now to come in and be comfortable hanging out all day. I want them to be able to sit down and sprawl out and not have to worry about where they're going to put their binders and their boxes for the day. I want them to have space to move. Right now, there's a couple stools in here. There's the sitting area to play, and other than that, you have to stand around the outside edge of the store. So we have great parts, and we have great people, and we have a great customer base, but we have our struggles. So I hope that as we continue to make videos or post online, folks are going to see that evolution, what we have to do to amend these problems. And hopefully we just do it all first right by God and be led by God and work as a team to figure it out. So yeah, I'm just grateful. I just want to be good, man. And I want to, when we're gone, I want to provide a place where kids can come after school, or families, and just hang out. Pick up a board game, play it. Play their favorite card game, trade, rip packs, whatever it is. And I believe with that too, the money part will follow. And I want to leave my kids and wife with something one day that is more than just any kind of problems or issues. I want to leave them with business and friendships and community. Thank you guys for being here with me and going on this ride. I know it's been a while since we put out a video. Honestly, the weeks are just flying by. I mean, we're at the end of July. I don't know how that happened. Here we are. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks.